See, it don't even itemize it.
Now this is a standard form for them.
Yeah, they're gonna have to itemize that. $3,450 so it's like. What are you playing it back for?
YouTube's coming back.
They did itemize that.
They need to be around too.
Yeah, yeah, right there. Number 6, Bear Copper, God, 135 feet.
Let me click on this section. Spain. Is that something that you
179,000. Proposed change, but the price didn't bit.
Congratulations.
We only have meetings every 30 days. Oh, 10-day period. The price book. How do you think? See that? Prices are valid for 15 days. Okay.
That's to the material cost.
That may be, but how are they gonna do that if we're only meeting once every 30 days? Watch that, pass it. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's not that.
Peter?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
On Monday.
Oh,
We don't need. They do, we did. Yes, sir.
it's just the kind of stuff you do.
Grandchildren, right?
Right. All
They do.
right. I mean, does this look fair? Does this look fair?
Yes,
It's gonna have a track coach starting.
Yeah,
and we have to have double digits, there's no question.
I don't know where they get
well,
one.
that's for dope construction too, so.
Last time.
I say that.
It's just one of those.
Yeah, oh, I don't know. So it looks like worded like a. It doesn't say a continuation of. A proposed change. Here, you see the plumbers, it's like, oh, it's been there. That's ours, it's always been nice.
Now, I might go, it's like everybody's here, I might get this thing started early. Get through it.
It's
Somebody's here to administer. To take a look.
yeah.
Jeez.
This one,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. It's like a brand new person. Six. Okay, six.
I'd like to call the December 12, 2022 regular school board meeting to order by thanking all of you for being here to support our new board members and hopefully our old ones that are remaining and showing your support for our school system. We thank you and we appreciate it. This time, Ms. McCoy will give the invocation, and after that, the students from Blaine Lake Primary will lead us in our pledge of allegiance.
They'll stand. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, once again, we find ourselves looking to the hills from which cometh our help. Realizing, Lord, that all of our help comes from thee. And we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge, Lord, just how good you've been to each and every one of us. But tonight, Lord, I pray for a special blessing for this new board, Lord, as we embark on a new journey. We pray that you do what you have us to do. And Lord, we pray that you give us the wisdom and the knowledge to do the things that will benefit the children of Blaine County. And Lord, you say it in the words that where unity is, there is strength. And we pray for that tonight. All these blessings we ask in your holy and precious name. This is my prayer, our prayer, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Chairman Benton, we have Alea Bowen, Bentley Bullock, Kalis McKeever, Cheryl Lynn Hernandez, Ray Alvarado, and Kayla McCoy, who is here tonight from Blaine Lakes Primary to do our Pledge of Allegiance.
We are now gonna honor our nation with the Pledge of Allegiance. Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
Under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice
for all.
I need to go there.
At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion that we approve tonight's agenda.
Mr. Vice Chair, I move that we approve the agenda for tonight.
So, Chair, I don't think we can take any action on the agenda or the minutes until the new officers are sworn in. So I move that to, I guess, 6,000.
Yeah, we need to move down.
Or actually 4, 5, and 6. Board organization is number 4.
What's the way going?
Six.
Number 6.
6.02.
All right.
I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Benton. This time, we will be administering the oath of office to our newly elected and re-elected board members. I'd like to ask Ms. Kim Salmon, who is the Assistant Clerk of Court, to come forward, and she's going to assist in administering the oaths tonight. All right, first we have Mr. Harfield Davis.
Affirm. I, Harfield Davis, do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, so help me God.
Support the Constitution of the United States.
And I, Harfield Davis, do further solemnly and sincerely affirm that I will be faithful and bear allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are and may be established for the government thereof. And that I will endeavor to support and maintain and defend the Constitution of this state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God. I, Harfield C. Davis, do further affirm that I will well and truly execute the duties of the office of the member of the Blaine County Board of Education according to the best of my skill and ability, according to law, so help me God.
Scary. And then they'll take it back and so there where it says seal. And then they get this thing.
I'm sorry.
Back here. Yes, sir. There's 3 copies there. Steve. It's got to be original. This one sheet. Takes a back. Thank you, sir. Thanks for having this receipt, quiet council.
You like to swear or affirm? Okay. Bible, raise your right. I, Stephen Kwiatkowski, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, so help me God.
I do.
I, Stephen Kwiatkowski, do solemnly and sincerely swear that I will be faithful and bear allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are and may be established for the government thereof. And that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
I do.
I, Stephen Kwiatkowski, do further swear that I will well and truly execute the duties of the office of the member of Blaine County Board of Education according to the best of my skill, ability, according to law, so help me God.
I do.
Congratulations.
You'll have 2 more originals. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Next, we have Mr. Keith Lockley.
My son's getting anxious back there.
Would you like to swear or affirm? I, Keith Locklear, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, so help me God.
I do.
I, Keith Locklear, do further solemnly and sincerely swear that I will be faithful and bear allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
I do.
I, Keith Locklear, do further swear that I will well and truly execute the duties of the office of the member of the Blaine County Board of Education according to the best of my skill and ability, according to law, so help me God.
I do.
Congratulations.
See what we got. We got those down here. Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Matthew Secretary.
Would you like to swear or affirm?
Swear.
I, Matthew Singletary, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, so help me God.
I do.
I, Matthew Singletary, do further solemnly and sincerely swear that I will be faithful and bear allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
I do.
I, Matthew Singletary, do further swear that I will well and truly execute the duties of the office of the member of Blaine County Board of Education according to the best of my skill and ability, according to law, so help me God.
I do.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Gary Rhodes.
Swear or affirm? I, Gary Rhoda, do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, so help me God. I, Gary Rhoda, do further solemnly and sincerely affirm that I will be faithful and bear allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God. I, Gary Rhoda, do further affirm that I will well and truly execute the duties of the office of the member of the Blaine County Board of Education according to the best of my skill, ability, according to law, so help me God. Congratulations.
You gonna date it?
Yes, sir. She was gonna take it back. One more.
Swear or affirm. I, Dennis Edwards, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, so help me God. I, Dennis Edwards, do further solemnly and sincerely swear that I will be faithful and bear allegiance to the state of North Carolina, and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God. I, Dennis Edwards, do further swear that I will and truly execute the duties of the office of the member of the Blaine County Board of Education according to the best of my skill and ability, according to the law. Congratulations.
Sir.
Thank you. Sure. You're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Salmon. Again, we appreciate it. At this time, we'll continue with board organization. 6.02, the election of a board chair. At this time, the floor is open for nominations for board chair.
I nominate Mr. Tim Benton for the board chair.
Any other nominations?
I move we close the nomination on the one said name.
Okay, got a motion that the nominations closed. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? We can vote voice vote, Mr. Wright, Mr. Grady. Okay. All those in favor of Mr. Tim Benton as board chair for the upcoming year, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So ordered, Mr. Benton, you are now the board chair for the beginning this month through December of 2023. So congratulations to you. At this time, we will proceed with the election of board vice chair. And at this time, I'll open the floor for any nominations for board vice chair.
Nominate Mr. McCoy.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, we'll close those by acclamation. All those in favor of Mr. McCoy as the board vice chair, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, Mr. McCoy, you will be serving as our board vice chair, beginning this month through December of 2023. Congratulations to you. And Chairman Benton, this time I'll turn the agenda back over to you where we need to adopt our agenda and approve our minutes.
All right, before we move on, I would like to thank y'all for that vote of confidence. Now I've got some big shoes to fill. Don't know that I can fill them. I will give it my best effort. Thank you. Honored. Look forward to Lane County Schools moving forward and improving and doing well. And again, I thank you. And this time I'd like to entertain a motion that we approve tonight's agenda. So moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded, but that we approve the agenda for tonight's meeting. Is there any discussion? There's no discussion. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. In opposition, motion carries to approve the agenda for tonight's meeting. Entertain a motion at this time to approve the minutes for the November 21st, 2022 meeting.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the minutes for the November 21st, 2022 meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded that we approve the minutes for the November 21st, 2022 meeting. Is there any discussion? There is none. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. If none, motion carries. So the minutes for November 21st, 2022 meeting are is approved. Any citizen participation?
Yes, sir. We have one, Mr. Donnell Goins. According to Board Policy 2310, the first part of at least one regular scheduled board meeting will be set aside for citizens to address the board through public comment. Each speaker will receive 3 minutes to present comments. However, the public comment session will not exceed 30 minutes total, except by a majority vote of the board. During the public comment period, the board chair will recognize speakers in the order in which they signed in. Substitute speakers will not be permitted, and speakers may not donate any portion of their time to another speaker. Board members will not respond to individuals who address the board except to request clarification of points made by the presenter. Mr. Goins.
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Mr. Goins. I'm a school counselor here at East Wing High School. I'm a regular at these meetings. On a serious note, keeping up with the holiday season, wishing for the students and the staff of Bladen County Schools, I want to share two wishes I have here tonight. To the departing school board members, as you reflect back on your tenure, I wish you can honestly say, I worked ardently for the educational needs and rights of all Bladen County children, whom will be their future. To the remaining school board and newly elected board members, I wish that you all work in a nonpartisan political way, non-racial bias way, non-gender bias way, as a team to address the pervasive and systemic needs of our students, whom again will be your and my future. May you be blessed with a joyous and holiday season. I'll see you next month.
Thank you, Mr. Goins. Appreciate it. First. Aria School construction update. Yes, sir. Mr. Burris.
Good evening, Mike Burris. Thanks for allowing me to be here tonight. I'd like to say a couple of items. One, responding back to questions that we had from our last board meeting about the fire tank and the change order that was approved at the last board meeting for that. At this time, the engineer is still working on the final plans for that. There's been some changes in the size of the fire pump and some of the controls that are administering that. So therefore, the final documents have not gone to the general contractor yet, and the general contractor has not finished his pricing on it. We do expect to have those shortly, and we'll again come back to your January meeting with answers to that and a reconciliation of the change order that was approved, showing the dollar amounts the general contractor is asking for the addition of the fire tank, the fire pump, and associated control. Any questions on that for us? Second item is to, again, if you haven't been by the school yet, to notice just how well the school construction is. We've set trusses on the roof. We're placing roof deck on the slope portions and the main portions of the classroom wings. Masonry is about 90% complete on the building. Contractor's on schedule. Continues to move ahead at a good pace. Your school staff this past week visited Jones County K-12 school to take a look at that facility and to look at the furniture and equipment that was provided for that. And they got an idea of what kind of spaces and what kind of furniture that they would need to have to go into the new Tar Hill K-12. From that, we'll go through and do the procurement and the purchase orders through state contracts for that equipment and bring it on. So I do appreciate Dr. Atkinson allowing staff to come see that. And I think it'll help clarify and start getting in their heads the programming and teaching programs that they're going to be able to do at this new facility. There's construction contingency that's still available in your project, and we don't have any other major change orders coming. The one we have tonight, which is for site lighting. That's part of the scope of the building that needed to be done. So with that, if there are any other questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Are we on track to finish? Plan?
The date we planned was as we move into because of the initial delay in getting the permitting for the project. It was not going to open in August. It was going to be open sometime between August and the September timeframe. And it looks like they'll be potentially able to hit August or September. Then we'll do the swap of the old school into the new school and construct the front parking lots and canopies associated with that. But they're doing very well and on track.
I have a question. You say about this proposal for site lighting, what's that costing us?
The initial plans had conduits subbed out for it, but whether or not site lighting was going to be leased or provided by the contractor for it. The understanding was to provide that then as a not leased, but purchase the site lighting and have that installed. So it's tied into the energy saving systems that you have with the rest of the school. And that dollar amount then is reflected in that change.
That's $179,000.
Yes, sir. That's the bases, conduit, wiring, lights, light poles. And we had several quotes of trying to get for that. We reduced that amount from the original request. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burris, for that update. Thank you for what you're doing to get those facilities finished up so we can get our students and staff in those new buildings as soon as possible. At this time, I entertain a motion that we approve our consent agenda for tonight.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda.
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded that we approve our consent agenda for tonight, although any discussion? Okay, if there's no discussion, all those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. No opposition, motion carries, consent agenda passes. Move to number 10, action items. 10.01, change order approval for Tar Heel School construction.
Thank you, Chairman Benton, board members. As Mr. Burris shared in his in the update as well, you have a change order for the site lighting. As you know, the board has authorized me to endorse change orders up to my contract ability. My max is $90,000. So for this, that will require the board's approval to move forward with the change order. Again, it is part of the project budget. We just have to do this as a part of a change order to show that. And Mr. Burris, I believe there was a savings from what was initially budgeted. Is that correct?
Correct. From our original proposals that we had received, we made a reduction in electrical contractors bid based off the hours and time that it would take to actually do the work. Then a reduction in the bases that we used to do a precast base instead of a board plus base.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Burris can answer any questions since he's an expert in that area. Or has any questions?
Can you give us a dollar amount on what that reduction was?
In the neighborhood of $42,000.
Correct, Mr. Burris, that will go back to the contingency for anything else that may be needed in the project.
Correct.
You say you got several estimates on this?
We did originally from the electrical contractor and then the independent contractor to take a look at that and a price on the bases and then a self-install order place base for the poles.
Seems kind of high to me.
It's a lot of money, but it's.
Need to approve that.
Just the understanding on a change order, when change orders come in, sometimes they're looked at as from the original part, I guess I'm not being here, it got approved at that point. But was it leased to start, or was it when you talked about lease and us buying and that type of thing? Can you kind of give us some feedback on that? Just,
Well, I'm not sure of all the details that went in preliminary since I came in right at the start of the construction process.
Yes, sir.
The design phase that was there. But my understanding is that in most cases, a public utility will lease the site lighting to a school system. In this case, since you have the solar power and backup batteries and those kind of things within the school, you can shed that load onto your school base and not have to lose any savings that you may have by having those energy saving measures. Okay, so on the long run, it's an operational savings for you to look at. On the upfronts, coming up with the capital to do that. Typically, a Duke or any other power companies kind of lease, it's something that's negotiated upfront. And then over the life of the power you pay for it, you pay for the lease of those lights. But that dollar amount on a typical light pole can be upwards of $15,000 to $25,000. So it's a good deal from the contractor to do the work, and then it's a good deal for you because of your internet savings that you have to use to power this.
okay, thank you.
Once we switch in the building and, we have to do the demo and all that. Is that everything? I mean, is there gonna be more lighting to be installed in the parking lot when we finish?
We do have, as part of the change order for the buses and the E-rate or the E-buses that are coming in, the electrical buses grant that you've got.
Right.
We have added one additional charger recently to the design. There were 4. You're receiving 5 buses for Tar Heel, so we're having to add one charger for that. So now you'll have 5 electric buses at the Tar Heel campus. And we had discussions with that, with Thomas Buses. Those would be providing that this past week so that we can complete that design and get the grant started and the funding for that additional charger from the grant. That's the latest that I know of that we have. I'm not anticipating any other changes on the site, but they're always going to be small ones.
I move that we approve. We approve.
Right, we've got a motion that we approve the change order for Tar Heel School construction project. Is there a second? Second. Been moved and properly seconded. Is there any more discussion? If there's no further discussion.
I got a question. Is there any service in this contract?
Service like maintenance?
Yes.
No, it's just an installation contract. Maintenance would be provided by the school district. But there are LED lights, and there should not be a thing that you need to address within the short term at all for those. They have a much longer life than some of the mercury halide or other lights that have been powered in the past.
One question that doesn't pertain to this, we're gonna have lighting, sufficient lighting where the buses are. That crossed my mind.
That was my next question. How many?
I've got a call in to Fort County now to look at all of our campuses because we have some concerns about lighting. But we'll be meeting with them this week and see what they can do to support us. But yes, that's a concern. We'll make sure we have all those common areas with lighting and security cameras with.
Any more questions or discussion? Okay, if there's no more questions or discussion, remember, we're voting, we have a motion and a second to approve the change order for Tar Heel School Ontario School Construction Project. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. All opposed likewise. Here's none, motion carries to approve the change order. Entertain a motion to approve the Star Telephone Network contract.
Mr. Benton, if I may share on that as some background, with, this is actually a continuing service. We had previously been in a 5-year agreement with Star Telephone. This is what's considered an E-rate reimbursable, program, that provides connectivity for schools. So you notice that the, monthly recurring charge is $20,709.50. The federal E-rate program actually pays 90% of that. So the only cost to Bladen County is $2,070.95 per month. And this was bidded through the E-rate process. So it did stay on the table for 28 days. And Star did have, the, most responsive bid as it relates to price. In the E-rate bidding process, price has to be the most heavily weighted factor, which also other factors as well. But we are requesting approval tonight of the 5-year contract with Star Telephone for wide area network services.
Motion to approve the Star Telephone contract. Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded that we approve the Star Telephone Wide Area Network contract. Is there any discussion? And all those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. Opposition, motion carries. Okay. Entertain a motion to go into closed session for the purpose of discussing personnel as per NCGS 143.
Motion to go in closed session.
Point 318, point 11, to consult with an attorney if needed as per NCGS. And to discuss student reassignment and student discipline as per 1994 Family Rights and Privacy Act.
Motion to go in closed session.
Then move to proper second, we go into closed session. All those in favor, let me know by saying aye. All opposed. Yes, none, motion carries.
Got two more.
That's one of the things that.
Lights, camera, action.
That's one of the things that's missing in the schools now.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't know if there was something we could try to push it.
Something to work on.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Image of clip.
It did. Yeah, it did.
It's a road there.
Maybe we should blame Crystal for that.
Now, she's in it, and I can tell you.
This time I'll entertain a motion that we accept our closed session personnel action item.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Been moving properly second, we accept our closed session personnel action item. All those in favor, any discussion?
Oh, no, bad.
All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. No opposition, personnel action item passes. Item number 13, average of interest to board members. I got anything. Superintendent's report, you got anything?
Yes, sir. Just a few things, and thank you, Chairman Bennett and board members. I did not put a chair's report down, since the chair will be new tonight, so I saved you that one there. I just want to share a few things with the board. Friday, December the 16th will be an early release day for students and staff. And all schools and departments will be closed beginning on Monday, December 19th through Monday, January the 2nd. We'll resume schools on Tuesday, January the 3rd. Also, I'll be sending something to you all. Board policy 2230 discusses board committees. I'll be sending a little form to you all to share your areas of interest. We can have no more than 3 board members per committee. We do have 3 standing committees. One is facilities, transportation, cafeteria, safety, and security. The second is student services, exceptional children's programs. And the third one is curriculum. We also can set ad hoc committees as needed. Obviously, the budget committee is one of those that is an ad hoc committee. The board chair does make the assignments for the committees, but in getting your areas of your interest, obviously we want to share that with the board chair as we look through that. And then hopefully by next month, we can share that updated committee list. Okay. All right. I will show you all a copy of that policy. I'll send that to you all so that you can take a look at that. As it relates to fall custom policies, at the November board meeting, we did place the fall custom policies on the table for review. Typically, that's voted on at the next subsequent meeting. However, we have 4 newly elected board members, and in fairness to you all, we wanted to give you an opportunity to read those policies. These are coming from the School Board Association. We typically get those twice a year, once in the fall and in the spring. Typically, any changes that have taken place in law, any statutory things, any case law, those are sent to us by the School Board Association. So we will bring that to you all in January. All board members, I reshared them with everyone this evening before the meeting. So you have time to read through those. And then we will need to vote in January to take them off the table and then actually vote on those. So if you'll check your email this evening or in the morning, you'll see those in there. There are several. There's also a chart that tells you a summary chart of all those and what those changes are. So that should be able to help you all as well. We will be planning, and I'll talk with the chair, but I would like to set up a board work session / retreat in January. Obviously for our newest board members, as well as for everyone. We want to be able to allow our department heads to come and share about their departments and talk about their staff. Also give you an opportunity to ask any questions about any of our departments that are working together. I want to also spend some time going through the recently approved strategic plan this summer with everyone. And that'll be as a board work session. But I'll speak with the chair. We'll probably do it after our January regular scheduled board meeting. But he and I will converse and I will send that out to you also. We can begin planning on that. But that'll take place in January. As superintendent, I am excited to be working with you, all of you all. Congratulations to our newly elected, to be elected board members. I'm looking forward to working closely with you all as we continue to do, make improvements and continue to grow our students who are our number one priority here in Blake County Schools. So I appreciate all of you. I'm always thankful for the board's confidence in me as superintendent and our staff to work closely together. And I will tell you, we have a hard working group of folks that are dedicated and willing to work. And we appreciate our board and all that our board does for us. And congratulations to all of our elected and newly elected re-elected board members. And for those who are continuing to serve as well, we appreciate you all. And I'm blessed to be able to work with such a wonderful board. And I thank you all so much. And with that being said, the last thing I want to do is to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Mr. Bennett.
Okay, in my haste and my inexperience, I forgot to get a motion to come out of the executive session. So in order to make this personnel list official,
Okay.
let's back up and get a motion
I didn't
to
get
come out of executive session. Somebody may have noticed it, but I'd rather we.
Yes, sir. Oh,
I'd
yeah.
rather we
Yes, sir.
fix it Now.
We gotta be
before
legal.
someone Figures it out.
Mr. Chair, I move that we come out of closed session.
A second.
Okay, been moved and properly seconded that we come out of closed session. All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Opposition, motion carries. We're now out of the executive session, and I guess we need to revote on the action item, personnel action item. So entertain another motion for that.
I make the motion.
I second the motion.
Okay, been moved and properly seconded that we approve our personnel action item. Is there any discussion? There is none. All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. Opposition, motion carries. So the personnel action item is now official. Sorry about that, folks. I'm trying not to let it happen.
Can I make
Okay, we need a motion to adjourn now.
a comment real quick?
Yeah, we ain't got a second yet.
Two things real quick. One, are we gonna work on these committees? Who's gonna do what committees?
Yes, sir. I'm going to send you all, I'll send you a list of the policy that names those committees. I'll send you a current list of who had served previously on that. And then we'll do a survey, so each board member can list their first, second, third choice. And then Mr. Benton will actually appoint those committees based on that. And I think we'll obviously, we always try to do as much as we can to go with everyone's interest on those. But we can have no more than 3 board members on each committee per our policy.
I second the motion.
Okay, it's been moved properly second that we adjourn. All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
I'll talk with you.
Opposed? There's none, motion carried. Meeting is adjourned.
All right, we can take that picture real quick up here, gentlemen.
That's okay.
Oh, it don't matter to me. I ain't mad at Yeah.
Request.
I got to go to that great doctor. I was about to ask him. Well, they got a second.